What's up, everybody? It is the Saltcast. Welcome to Saltcast, episode five. Continuing on
Five,
here
six, whatever.
once again with Salty Shy. Is it 5 or 6? Oh shit! Did I screw this up
Six? I
already?
don't know.
Hold on. I'm gonna go to our own channel. so, I think, but yes, I got the salty one. Oh yeah, it's 5. No, it is 5. Yeah, there you go. Number 5. We got words. We got continuing words. We're gonna dive on it. Oh, we are gonna go over for before we start. We are gonna go into RPGs. It's RPG day, but we're going to
Oh my god.
segue with
Oh
other
my, okay.
words that we still got in our
I'm
holster.
sorry.
So,
I can't stop this now. This gotta happen. I gotta happen. With the last stream we were talking about GW with influencers. I clicked on YouTube to go look at what video we were at.
okay.
I got a video. Video up here, number 1. Streamed 6 hours ago. Gamza. Mr. Gamza.
Oh, Gamza's back. I haven't
Back
heard
with a
Gamza in a
video.
while.
Back with a video.
I'm gonna Google this right now. Actually, hold on. I'm on YouTube. Gamza.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We're gonna just flip over here to our good old full screen here. Games Workshop destroys Warhammer
Oh.
40K.
So that I knew we're gonna stop talking about 40K, but I mean it's GW and we these are love, but whatever.
All right.
This is blown out of proportion. People need to calm down.
Is he still bitching about 3D printing?
No, this is about the female Custodes.
Whoa.
I 100% think this is about the female Custodes because everybody's on that. Like, yes, last time we were talking about the deleting of units.
Yeah.
Nobody cared about that.
That's not what it's actually
Everyone cares about this now because there are people who don't report on GW reporting that GW's gone woke and is destroying their company.
So they're mad about female Custodes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it matters because Custodes still suck ass and their codex is still balls.
And the reply that GW did.
What did GW replied that there's always been female Custodes, right?
And some other stuff, yeah.
Okay.
They're just kind of. I mean, GW didn't really reply in the best way they could. That's just GW though. That's what we expected from GW.
Yeah. That's GW replies. It's pretty standard stuff.
Right.
All right.
But yeah, like the quartering reported on this. Like everybody, I'm amazed. Clownfish hasn't reported on it yet. He's probably got a video somewhere coming up on it. These are people like they shouldn't be reporting on GW stuff.
So, all right. So aside from the fact that people is it just because they feel like GW's arbitrarily changing the lore? Is that what the whole argument is?
Probably. It's just lore people being like, you can't change the lore, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No, they can.
I mean, they can. They can do whatever they want.
They can.
Right.
Right.
And I mean, I guess as a person because I guess I don't follow the lore super close, right? Like I think I've read one of the books in my time. So I guess for me, right, if you change, as far as I can tell, female Custodes doesn't even change the model. Like I've yet to see
doesn't change the model.
So I literally
have a model specifically for it.
Right. It didn't make the codex any more playable. The codex is still boring. It didn't make them win any more games.
I think somebody else was like, "Oh, GW fans are leaving the game and lowest profit margin, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Well, that's because they haven't sold anything good." Like,
well, I mean, yeah, there's other issues that GW has.
Right.
It's not female Custodes.
This one incident isn't why they're not making money right now.
No, in fact, this one incident is actually like a non-point for the people who buy their products. Like.
It's pretty stupid. People are at this point just bandwagon on it just because. And I'm gonna make Gamza, man. You haven't. When did you last? I know you did a 3D printer video.
Right. 3D printing
days
changed
ago.
His life. Right. That doesn't.
Oh no, he did a 3D printer video 2 days ago.
Right. He's talking about where's his last that he actually talks about like GW. 6 months ago?
It's official. GW printing is theft. That's 7 months ago.
7 months ago. Well, 6 months ago, he became more powerful than GW.
Yeah. Where's the last video where he wasn't shilling his own 3D prints? Like,
Oh well, that's like 10 seconds ago. Like, I don't think there is a thing where he hasn't showed his own prints. I think every post is about shilling
shilling his own prints
and shitting on GW, which I respect that his channel has a dedicated theme. Right. Like he's on point with his brand. Like that's for sure.
okay, like a year ago when he was talking about but he's still showing his 3D prints. I mean, I mean that's good for you. I'm good. I'm 3D printer guys. You got to fight the fight.
I mean, 3D
Fight the
printing
fight.
guys and the AI art people are like on the same page, right? Are
Like
they the same? Are AI
fight the
art
fight.
people
Don't.
and 3D printing people like on the same side, or is that not the
No, they're
case?
not. Well,
No.
okay. I don't know. There's people out there that will complain that 3D printing is what is destroying the hobby or what is destroying Games Workshop, and there's people who are like, "Nah, do it, bro. Fuck Games Workshop. Fuck
Well,
their prices.
I
3D print all you want."
yeah. Okay. So there's a couple things to break down on this one. Okay, like I'm legitimately curious though. Like, do you think 3D printing is actually killing GameStop? Do you think the reason that I
No.
walk into stores and I see shelves, like half empty shelves of GW because they can't keep shit in stock, like that would be any different? Like, would it be all empty? Is that what they're trying to say? Like the whole shelf, like I would not be able to find any GW if 3D printing wasn't a thing because I still can't buy the things I
It's still
want.
it's still such a small group who are like, "Oh, you're killing." I mean, whatever. Like, freaking fantasy players killed the game by not buying models.
Well, that's what I'm
There's no
saying.
3D
Well,
printing,
that's because
so
nobody even 3D printed fantasy models though, so that's
right,
like a non-point also. Like,
right.
but I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess like because like when I want to buy GW, right? Like, take the Vashtor model for example, right? I wanted the Vashtor model after it came out. I couldn't buy it. That's sold out immediately. It took me like 8 months, I think, before I finally got my hands on the Vashtor model.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, they're showing off the Farsight model, and I'm like, that was like a year ago you guys released that.
right.
I don't still never seen
I've
it.
still yet to see.
Like,
Yeah, I've still yet to see
yeah,
Farsight back on the shelf, at
like
least here
is he
locally.
gonna come back? We gonna be able to buy him?
Right. Like yeah, like I don't think the problem is that
Yeah.
people are 3D printing. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I
I
mean, half of it
mean,
is keeping up with production. I
if you look at it, if you look at it at the broad spectrum, 3D printing is actually helping miniature gaming at this point. There's
right,
so many other companies that are just relying on 3D printing, going that route instead of having to do other things. Like it's so much easier.
right.
It's just the GW. It's just people are like, you gotta buy the GW models.
Yeah,
Like,
I
no,
mean
I'm not
that
buying.
that has always been a
Right,
GW fandom issue where GW players will refuse to play with
right,
non GW models. Like even though it's like not even a tournament game, it's just like a fun store pickup game. The models could be fully painted, the army could be fully done, and GW people will still refuse to play against non GW armies. Like
yeah,
I mean, that's old GW culture. I feel like that's always been a thing since even like fourth edition.
yeah. And I feel there's still a lot of people out there that like doing the custom models and 3D printing stuff. And there was a whole it's so weird because the biggest argument about against the 3D printing thing was the golden demon. And I'm
Right.
just like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Like it's because it's artists.
Ugh. I mean, artists are a
It's
separate
artists.
subject. Like because artists aren't even necessarily the people who play the game, right? Like,
Right.
we actually know a lot of people who just paint. Like they paint, they love painting miniatures, but they refuse to like play the game, like because they have no interest in it, and that's cool. But you're right. Like that's an entirely separate like subset of the hobby to the people gaming, and
Yeah.
so
But
I
I
don't
think a
know.
lot of like the 3D printer like tech bros are more like into playing the game. Like they're basic paints. Like they'll paint stuff, but they're not like artist level painting. Like
Right. They get it done. Like it's tabletop
right,
quality. Yeah. I guess that's the thing. So yeah, so we kind of so JW basically has three like groups, right? They have the painter crowd, which is the artist
right,
crowd. They've got the gamer crowd, which is consists of the tournament players and stuff like that. There's the lore junkies. They are because there's a lot of lore junkies out there that also don't necessarily play the game or maybe
right.
they don't paint either. Like they just love the lore. And then you got your casuals. I guess there's four. Casual people who are just like they just enjoy the setting and they'll dabble in a little of each
Right.
and everybody I guess yeah is like is some mix of all these but I mean the 3D printing one is exclusively an issue for what the tournament people are they the ones with the issue with the 3D printing
even then, like I don't see it being an issue if you could identify the models. But
Right.
GW official, like their rules on what you got to do, and that's fine. Like
Right. That's official
whatever.
events.
But
That's fair.
yeah,
Yeah.
like they can set up rules for that. That's fine. Whatever. But
Okay. That
I don't really think there is many people with like complaints about 3D printing,
that
except for
yeah.
that like offshoot of people who are like you're not buying GW's models.
Well, I guess okay. So here's the weird thing. Also, I've yet to meet a person like that in person. Like in person.
Yeah.
Like I don't because it's not lore people. Lore people don't care
No.
about your 3D printing. Artists absolutely love 3D printers. Like artist people are 100% down for 3D printing. And the tournament scene, yeah, I understand. You want the WYSIWYG. That makes sense. I'm down with the WYSIWYG.
I
And
mean,
GW events, you're allowed to have GW only. It's GW
right.
event. But like the people who game just want a game.
I don't regularly play GW like players, so I don't know how the mindset is on that. Like I haven't played against anyone else in a while, so
Right, right.
or like most of the time it's something casual and it's just like oh whatever, like
Yeah. But
yeah.
I feel like
Oh
that's still like a pretty big chunk of the community is just like
right.
casual gamers. But I guess like with that said, where is this group that is anti 3D printing?
Right.
Like
I don't know.
I
I don't
like
know
I
either.
legitimately like don't know where these people exist. If you
There
exist out there,
there
by the way,
is
like comment down below for me. Let me know
like
you
I'll
live.
give it to the like oh you're ripping off GW's IP like crowd. Fair.
I mean you're
Some of
not
them
wrong.
models,
Yeah.
some of them models.
Right.
And I know I don't know who it was. It was Brother Sam or somebody who was like interviewing the guy that made the 3D models for the new IG models
Okay. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
got the Sentinel done before GW released them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was just like, why did you do them this way? Because people would buy it.
Yeah. I mean that's fair. But I mean,
Yeah.
also on the opposite side of that argument, the Sentinels are completely sold out.
Right.
Like I can't go down to my either of my local stores and find Sentinels. It didn't stop people from clearing the shelves of GW products. So I I don't see how this is hurting GW's bottom line. Like you can produce all the Deathwing Terminators you want. That Deathwing box is still sold out. That shit sold out like
Yeah.
immediately.
But again, this is an artist level.
But yeah, I mean, like I don't know. Like I've yet to
Artists
understand.
artists get upset when you talk about stealing their IP.
Yeah, but artists are also the ones who love 3D printing because they like painting the cool models.
But they like the originally 3D printed model or originally 3D sculpted models, not ones that look exactly like GW made
Not
them.
GW knockoff models.
Right.
Even though like Creature Caster, shout out to them, make amazing models that are quite literally
But
knockoff Greater Demons.
they look like them, but they are completely different though. There are like 3D people who they're pretty much copies of the GW models.
Like exact clones, like literal
exact
clones.
copies. Yeah.
Okay.
Like literal clones.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Like, yeah, that's probably a little jank, but
Gamza up there
if
with Vanilla Ice saying that he didn't steal that song.
did Vanilla Ice steal that song? It's got that extra beat in
He
it, right? Wasn't
sampled
that his
it. He
argument?
sampled it. It's an obvious sample.
But
But
yes,
Gam's like, nah, you look at the head. That's not the same head. You can't. No, it's not the same.
uh, I don't know. I guess yes. If you are blatantly creating a
Right.
100% replica clone, obviously that's copyright infringement, and that's pretty
Right.
shit. Like get good. Like stop doing that. But yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
if you
a
make
lot
something
of
original and
people,
it's a counts as model,
a lot of people did that for Imperialis.
what counts as models or exact clones?
No, they're exactly. I mean, they're 30K stuff. So the 30K stuff has been around forever,
Yeah, yeah.
and arguably, like a bunch of those models have been on the internet. And they just kind of shrank them.
Okay, so I got a
But
question then. Do you think Imperialis sold as poorly as it did because of 3D printing? Is that
no,
why Imperialis sold poorly?
no, no. It was not 3D printing that That unfortunately 3D printing didn't even make itself better. GW fucked that up.
That was all
Could have
GW.
had people playing your game, but nah.
That GW can take 100% credit for the failure
Right,
of
right.
of
You decided to release a box that wasn't really a 2-player box and didn't really add up to points, and then you didn't release any of the cool models for
right
like ever.
forever. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So basically, you just
30K
had a
all
lot
over
of
again.
unplayable. Yeah. Well, I
GW,
mean,
where are
it's,
them
it's
jump pack
30K.
dudes? I'm sure those came out already. So
What, the 30K jump packs?
yeah, I'm sure
They are
those
not.
came out
They have
already.
not come out yet. No.
No? I
No.
thought I saw people with them.
I mean, I don't think they're. I think they are the old 30K jump packs, yes, but they are not the new plastic 30K jump packs. I'm gonna look this up right now too. I'm gonna go to Warhammer.
I know the Solar Xeris stuff released. Oh, they had a new article about Melee in AOS.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Apparently, there's going to be another GW podcast, which is fine. We got opinions on the Horus Heresy. I'm going to look up Horus
We would
Heresy.
try talking about something else that
Loyalty.
isn't GW.
We always say that. Blood Angels. All right. I'm going to go to the Blood Angels page. So we're on the 30K Blood Angels page right now, and I'm just going to take a quick looky-loo here. Not counting the old resin models that have already been out. I do not see the 30K jump packs. Yeah.
Interesting.
No, they're still not. So they showed them over a year ago now, and I still can't get 30K jump packs. Probably because they still didn't sell out of the old resin ones yet. So they're waiting for you to buy out the resin stuff, so as not to let it go to waste. I still don't have breachers either. I don't know where the shit those are.
Oh, yeah, they haven't said anything about breachers.
But yeah, yep, nope.
No,
No jump packs.
they're Mark 6 Assault Squad. They're 42 pounds.
Where are you seeing this at?
I just searched Legion Mark 6 Assault Squad.
Oh, did you? Tactical.
Went to the British site though.
Oh, am I on the US site? That's why. Do we not get
Hold
it?
on, let me go to the US site. It's $70.
Oh no. The assault squad doesn't have jump packs.
Legion.
They're chainsword
These are
bolt
jump
pistol.
pack guys. They have jump packs.
The ones I'm looking at don't have.
Mark
Are you sure you're not looking at the
ID.
resin ones? Those are the resin expert kits
Nope.
or resin kits?
No.
Why?
Multi-part plastic builds 10 Space Marines.
Why do I not see this? Is it because Blood Angels aren't allowed to get it? Is that what it is? Mark VI.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. They are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Blood Angels don't get this option apparently. It's literally not on the Blood Angels page. I clicked
Good
Blood
job.
Angels because I assumed Blood Angels would have dudes with jump packs, and my bad. Okay. Well, I guess they are out. All right. I'll redact. I'm not gonna redact the shit. I'm just gonna let it roll. But yeah, okay. So yeah, $70. $70, really? $70 for 10 mini marines?
Yeah.
Like for real? Is that really what GW is gonna charge me for 10 mini marines?
Yeah.
This is why people 3D print your shit, GW. I'm just gonna just gonna keep it on topic here, but this is literally why people 3D print your
$70
stuff.
for 10 jump pack Marines, which is, I guess you're adding the jump pack onto Marines. I don't know what the price of a regular squad of Mark 7 or Mark 6 Marines are.
Let's go look that up, back. Mark VI. Legion Tactical Squad, 20 Mark 6 Marines is $80.
You get 20 for 80. You get 10 for 70.
Right. So for you save $10, you get 10 jump packs, and you lose 10 Marines. That sounds like a perfectly good value right there.
You get 10 extra jump packs. That's why.
No, you only get 10 jump packs.
No, you get 10 jump packs on top of the Marines.
Yeah, but you lose 10 Marines.
Yeah, but the jump packs count as a Marine.
Yeah, but did you just say that?
Physical Marine, the jump packs are the same value as a physical Marine.
As a whole ass Marine.
Yeah. GW logic says, well, you're getting a discount though.
Because you save $10?
Yeah.
I hate you. I can't GW.
Even though you could only make 10 full guys.
You can make 10 guys.
Right. GW plastic value.
Because 10 jump packs equal 10 guys.
Uh-huh.
I see. I gotcha.
No, not quite 10 guys though.
Not quite 10 guys. Like $1 off each one.
Yeah, so like 5
Yes.
guys.
5 guys.
Our logic doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
This this is why I don't feel bad. Like in the least. GW, you do this to yourself.
Yeah.
And I get back in the day when GW was like, all right, Horus Heresy is not for everyone. They were like, Horus Heresy is like our ultra boutique, all resin, like super fancy, super classy line, right? Like
Right.
you had like playing Horus Heresy was like going to like the exotic car meet, whereas like 40K was like hot import nights, I guess, or something like that. But I mean, it's not anymore because all this shit is in plastic, and it is. I got nothing. I don't know what to say about this.
Listen, you can let me see.
I mean, okay, resin's not any better because 10 Dawnbreaker Blood Angels, that's their special jump pack unit, is $101 for 5. It is $20 a model.
You can get 5 Troll Marauder Crew pirates for $40
Wow.
from Privateer Press.
Wow. Wow.
You get a unit of 10 guys for $80.
10
So
dudes.
but they're big guys. So
I mean they are
they'll
bigger than
right.
Marines. That's absolutely for sure. Yeah. Oh my God, GW.
Let me see. Let's see. I don't know why I'm
For
pricing out.
$40 on GW, you can get the torso of a Contemptor Dreadnought. Just the torso and the head.
Just the torso.
No arms.
A
no
torso and a
no
head.
legs. No
Yeah.
lower body. Yeah. No
This is
upgrades.
interesting. Oh, I don't even know why I'm looking at this, but why are these not 10-man units? Why are all the Privateer stuff 5-man units?
Because that's what Privateer's current edition
Is
of
that
the game
just what
is.
they're doing?
Yeah. Pretty much all their squads come in base of 5.
Wow. So they're about roughly on price with GW. They're $40 for 5.
40 for 5?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's well, the Terminators are 90 for 10, so that's 45 for 5 Terminators.
Right.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty much on par. Yeah,
But their jacks are like $50.
Jack is $50.
Well, okay, that's a big guy. Well, like 35 for this light jack.
Okay.
The big value is that you buy their boxes, you actually have an army that's playable.
I mean, their big boxes are actually pretty good value.
Yeah.
Like even just raw miniatures to what you get.
Right.
Yeah. A
Not that we're trying to
Contemptor,
hype out
the plastic Contemptor is
Privateer.
$60. Oh, I'll get to
$60.
Privateer. Yeah, $60 for a plastic Contemptor.
The 2 airships are $200. Really?
$200.
Yeah, it's just for the 2 air. Oh, if you buy the Order 1 Mercenary Sky Raider and 1 Mercenary Sky Bomber together, it's save.
Saves you. How much does it save you?
It's $200. I don't know how much they are separate.
Well, a Leviathan, a plastic Leviathan, is $80. Right. So let me see here. Privateer Press. Is that where we're going to?
Yeah. The blimp is. Wait, how is it? Oh, I'm sorry. That's a different model. That's not the blimp, is it? Oh, it is. They're $100. That's not a.
That's not
What?
a savings. That's
That's
not
not a
how savings
saving?
works. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Let's see. How do I
You
store?
lied to me.
All right. Games Mark IV. Where are you at? Are you on the trolls?
It's not a savings. Spilling A's.
Wait, where's this airship at? Like, where are you seeing this airship at? Is it this
Go
blimp
on
thing?
the mark. Yeah, the blimp.
Yeah. Okay, I see it. The pig battle brig, $100. It's on an 80mm base. It looks like.
Oh, okay. No, these are different models. Oh, my bad.
Oh, okay.
This is a mercenary higher rate airship.
Oh,
That's a
are you?
mercenary.
Oh, okay.
It's not the
That's not the
troll one.
The troll blimp.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't even know why I'm looking at these.
I mean, it's $100 for an 80 mil base. I think the Leviathan's on a 100 millimeter base, right? Or sorry, an 80 mil base. I think the
Yeah,
Leviathan's
yeah.
on an 80 base. So this is about it's pretty comparable to the Leviathan, I guess.
Hey, there's some interesting looking models.
I mean, they're not ugly.
Privateer press.
I mean, this is what I'm saying. To make a small little announcement here, we will 90% be going to, is it Gen Con?
Gen Con? Yeah.
2024. Salty Island will be at Gen Con. So we'll have a Saltcast from there, giving our thoughts and opinions. Privateer will be there, and I'm gonna see if they'll cut me a little discount there if I just buy one of everything for this army. I actually do really like this army a lot. I think it looks cool as shit.
Yeah.
Here's the thing too, like these aren't Space Marines. These actually look cool. The fun thing that I also have heard from this army, like in the army you could do like two crews of the Marauders. There are actually two entirely separate sculpts for these
Oh,
Marauders.
really?
Yeah, the crew
Oh.
A and crew B, they're the same unit, but they are both 100% unique sculpts.
Oh.
So yeah, like so if you want two units, you can still play with every model being absolutely unique, which is very cool.
I don't want to play this game, man.
I'm just saying, like we don't have to play it.
I
I
don't.
I just want the models. Like I don't even want to actually play this game. Sorry,
I
Privateer, your
mean,
game sucks. But
that's why I have um 2 boxes of Convergence in my
I mean, Convergence
uh,
doesn't exist
room
anymore. Sorry,
of
sorry to
holiness.
say.
My pile of glory.
Pile of glory. Convergence is for the love, though. You gotta paint that for the love now. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
I priced it out one of the times. Like if you optimize and you just buy the big starter set, I think you can get one of every model in a faction for about $500,
Yeah.
which is half a GW army.
Listen, guys, you can all play heavy gear for $100.
You can pay heavy gear for less than $100. You and a
Well,
friend could play heavy gear for
right.
$100 with getting the book.
Hmm.
With that said, you do have heavy gear models.
Also, with that said, they're not that cheap out of the plastic.
You could also 3D print heavy gear models, and no one could tell the difference.
Eh, nobody really has files for them.
Oh, really? I'm kind of
Yeah.
surprised.
Well, it's not that popular of a game.
Oh, that makes sense.
They're for the giant ones.
Well, oh, like the scaled up ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, those are cool though. I like the scaled up stuff. That's like BattleTech though. I guess there's
Yeah,
more 3D print support for BattleTech. BattleTech is a game
right.
that has lived on 3D
Oh,
printing. Like that game would have been long dead had 3D printing not come along and saved it. So
well, for the longest time, GW. For the longest time, BattleTech has like survived on third-party companies to make their models.
right,
Like they never really produced their own. Well, they did. They got some plastics and stuff like that, but they're like Ralph Partha and then like Ironhead and a bunch of other people did their models. It's only recently that Catalyst started pushing out their plastics, which I think really helps the game.
true because it's got a presence in stores now. Yeah,
Yeah, it's got a presence. The models are really nice.
I would just
Like
say that I do like their models
they're
a lot.
pre-assembled as
Oh,
much
that's
as
the best part.
pre-assembled mechs are pre-assembled. There,
There
there's no assembly required. I should say.
is not assembly required. That is correct. You don't have to clip shit off of sprues, and honestly,
No,
that's a plus.
you could easily just prime them, throw some like contrast, like
Yeah,
get them done
yeah.
really easy. Like, and you only really need one lance or
I
star
mean,
or
yeah,
two,
pretty
but
much.
even
One or
then,
two
yeah,
tops. That's more than enough to play the game. Yeah.
yeah.
So I
The
mean,
unfortunate thing is, I just think that the draw for BattleTech is a lot less.
it's true. The property itself is just kind of out of the public eye for the most part.
Right.
So yeah,
It's also a mech game. It's kind of hard to.
mech is a
Mech
pretty
games are in a
niche
weird.
community that sort of
Yeah.
learned, and also the fact that the mech community is a little divided unto itself. Like some people like the very
Right.
historical, like steampunky style. Some people like very sci-fi, high fantasy s level. Yeah, so that's a hard one.
Yeah. 40K is just able to do what it can do because it's cultivated its own audience, basically.
Yeah, yeah. Which
Like it made its own culture.
it did, and all right, all right. I got a complaint about GW. We were gonna continue our GW rant. I guess we're gonna go because we're halfway through the podcast. It's I say we're gonna title this podcast. We tried to bitch about something not GW, but we failed. So that's on us. What I've kind of realized, right? Because we've always said that, right? GW can cultivate its own audience.
Yeah.
I have realized that the audience that GW cultivated, even though it's 10th edition, is still that ninth edition crowd.
Right.
That's the audience. Like 8th edition was a reboot and started drawing people in, but ninth edition is where I feel like the current crowd of GW really like dove in very heavy.
Dove in, right? Yeah, yeah.
And that crowd is that tournament scene. And so 10th edition, like as much as we or other people or even if GW wanted it to be a more casual focused game, the audience they cultivated from the last 6 years is that tournament
Well,
scene still.
it's a big thing. Is I think GW, as opposed to any other company, they could just destroy that audience, let it ride for like a year or two,
Yeah.
create a new audience.
And just demolish it.
Yeah, and just demolish the audience they had before. I think GW could do that. They have the
could.
power to do that.
They could. Is it a good idea?
Star Wars Legions couldn't do that.
Oh,
Like,
if they killed
destroy
their
the
audience,
game,
they
their
did.
game's dead.
Yeah.
Like your game is dead.
Right.
Like if they just killed 40K in whatever way, I don't know, whatever, female space marines. Like people would just be upset about it. But then like a year or two later, like they'll just people just be playing the game again.
Right.
Like, nobody will care. The
No,
new players coming in won't care.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
What's funny is I don't think the new players give two shits about female custodians either.
No.
I don't think that's a new player complaint. I think that's a neckbeard complaint.
It's people that spent 20 of the years 20 of their years reading books.
Right. Right.
Or
That's
reading
nerd
the Horus
problems.
Heresy.
Right.
And then GW being like, we're gonna change how the ending happened.
Dude, yeah, I don't think any modern player, anybody who came into the game since 8th edition, like post 7th edition, I don't think they give two shits about the gender of their models. I don't think they give two shits about what happened, like why is this Space Marine chapter not the Sons of Dorn anymore. I don't think they give two shits about that. Like none of that
I mean,
matters.
what did it like? Okay, if it was a massive change, I'd understand that, but it's not.
Yeah, but even then, I don't think
God.
current new players would give two shits about a massive change either.
But I could see a massive like being
Like how massive you talking?
like Sanguinus was a traitor in disguise. Like something like that just upheaves everything we ever knew about. Like being female custodians does not upheave anything.
Yeah, okay, that's true. That's true. It doesn't actually
Yeah.
change anything.
It doesn't change
In the
anything.
lore,
Like,
right.
oh, okay, they were always there.
Right.
Like what?
Right.
Like,
Okay.
why did you never talk about them before? Like, because we said they're there now.
Right. Because they're custodians. Nobody gives a shit what gender they are.
Yeah,
Because it's more
it's
important
like a
that they're
bunch of other
custodians.
shit. It's like, oh, well, what happened to battle suits? You never talked about battle suits. Well, we did now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
What
They always had
about
them.
Voton?
Voton. Whoa. We don't talk about Voton, even though
Oh,
they've always been
oh,
there
Okay, all right.
this whole time. They even sold to the Tau.
Oh, I see. I
Right,
see.
the town knew
They've
about
always
them.
Secretly been there. Gotcha,
Secretly there.
gotcha.
That's okay. That's the other thing. Why is nobody mad when GW like suddenly introduces a whole new faction to the game, and nobody's like, you never talked about it before. Show me proof in the lore that they've always been there.
Because they were dwarves.
Oh, they're just too short. Were they under the line of sight? That's why.
No, the dwarf players are almost as loyal as the rats.
Oh, I got you. The dwarf players have always been there. That's true. That's fair.
That's right. The dwarf players are like, nah. Let us have this.
You're not gonna you let us have this. You're not gonna like
Let us have this.
shit on the dwarf players.
Like,
They're
damn it.
struggling already. It's true.
Right. Like we don't have dwarves. I mean, you have squats in Necromunda, which is what I mean. That's fine. That's what it's there for. But come on,
Okay, I guess.
the Votons are just not dwarf enough. They could.
Oh,
be
is that
more
what it is?
dwarves.
They're not enough
yeah,
dwarf.
Yeah. They need
That's
beards and
struggle.
like mohawks.
Oh,
Space
is it because they lack the mohawks? They kind of have
They
beards. They
lack
have
the
small
beard and
beards though.
mohawks, right? They do
Yeah.
have small beards. Yeah,
It's not beard enough though, I guess.
they're not beard enough. They need more beard.
I got you. More beard.
More,
I
more
got you.
axes, more beard, more axes.
They
more
they don't
shield.
have any axes. I'll give them that.
No,
That's true.
Like a hammers would just it's close, close.
I mean, it's one dwarf always has a hammer, but not all the dwarves.
Well, right. Not all the dwarves.
Right.
Right.
That makes sense.
It's a future game, guys. You don't need freaking melee.
I don't know. I don't know the very, very tiny but way too loud subset of people who want to complain about
I really would just like to know what happens if they did space rats. Like
space rats. You
space
know what it
rats.
would be? What would happen is there would be a very tiny but loud people who want to complain, but they would be 100% drowned out apparently by the rabid horde of
The
rat
rabid horde
players.
of rat fans.
Right? Like we would be on the stream watching the announcement of space rats, and we'd see one line of someone being like, "That's not right," and then
It's
5,000
flood of
posts
rats.
of
Like,
just rats. Right?
Space rats.
It would just be a wall of rats that would drown out any commentary about the one hater trying to like shit on space rats and stuff, and it would be a
Y'all
complete
can keep that
non-point.
stuff in stock. They would just be they'd fly off shelves.
It would. It would fly off shelves. Absolutely, people would 3D print the shit out of those rats too.
Right.
Before it
Nobody
even
would
comes out,
care
there'd be
about the
whole like
lore.
3D printed armies of rats. That's how it would be.
Like fucking the space rats came out of the fold in
They,
some other
they tunneled
universe
through
and-
the subwarp
Right.
or some shit like that. Oh my god.
Come on.
I got nothing for this. GW crowd is, you guys need to calm down. You guys are out of control. I mean, what's funny though is everyone is well past the AOS news now though. Like nobody gives a shit about the AOS news.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares if they deleted freaking a whole army. Like
Right now,
woo,
nobody cares
wow.
about the five Bone Splitters players and the 20 Beastmen players had their moment of glory, and
So, somebody did bring out the fact that GW, you probably should have just told someone you're going to delete all these models, and then a day later show new models of the ones you deleted. You probably should have just told those people that those models are going to be redone.
I mean they should have absolutely they could have they
they
could have.
yeah, but no, GW is like, nah.
That's not how GW rolls though.
Yeah,
GW
Sanctus
was-
chamber. Fuck them.
Right.
Throw all
right.
those models in the trash.
Absolutely. Because they knew the dumbass influencers were gonna hop all over that shit. They're like free press. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like yeah. Like not only are we gonna tell them that, but we're gonna tell them that like these are gone forever, never to be seen again.
I'm never producing these models again.
That's right.
Last call.
Last call, or miss out forever.
Right.
And as soon as they sold all the
How
models,
do you
they're
guys
just
like these new liberators?
new liberators. They're not the same as the old
Like what?
ones. They're taller.
What? I think you guys are getting rid of these.
We did. We
No,
got
no,
rid
we
of
were
the
getting
squatty
rid of
ones.
those,
We got rid of those ones.
not these.
Now we
ones.
got these ones.
We never said we're gonna get rid of the liberators.
Yeah. At no point did we say that. That
Like
that
what?
wasn't the thing we said. Just that it was your last chance to buy these models forever. That was it. Until we find a box in the back and we're gonna retro model
Right.
these back out. Then we'll sell them to you again. But until
Till
then,
we do AOS classic.
until we do AOS Classic. Then the Beastman will be back in AOS Classic though.
We're
That's for
gonna
sure.
go back to first edition rules.
Damn. Okay. In the glory of hindsight, if GW released first edition AOS and let us play like with those whack ass rules, I feel like I would play it now.
God.
I didn't appreciate them back then. I almost feel bad that how mad I was. I think it's because like I was coming off of 7th, and 7th was such a wild game.
Well,
like for 40K.
It was a hard fuck you to to the fantasy players.
It was.
GW, I don't know what
Such
you did, but you man.
Okay, on the scale of trolling, the whole trolling about the Sanctus Chamber is not even like it doesn't even like get on the same scale as what happened to old fantasy. Like, oh my god. The part where like you could get rerolls if you go outside and literally hug a tree, or like If you got the bigger mustache or something, you get like plus one.
you ever kneel, you lose a game.
Oh yeah,
'cause
kneeling equals
the
losing.
elves don't kneel.
That's right. Oh, if you're a dwarf,
Or
if you
kneels
had
to
a
go
book
on.
of grudges, if you wrote down your grudge, you could then forever like get bonuses against
Right.
them or something like that. Yeah.
Or was that Cetra? Was it Cetra that
Oh,
doesn't kneel?
Setra could
Yeah,
never kneel.
yeah,
Because
because
Setra
Cetra
doesn't
kneels to no
kneel.
one.
Right. That's also why Setra never got moved to AOS because he couldn't swallow his pride, so he couldn't come to AOS. That was I almost feel bad that
There was such
they were
good
so harsh.
fun rules. Though.
I
It was
wish we
just
had kept them.
Man,
Yeah, I know.
say sevens in mirthful tones.
That's right. We gotta be mirthful. Can't be mirthful.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
sevens.
Dude, yeah, like it was such like I feel like a thing that will never
good
exist
time.
again for better or worse. I wish GW would just put that out for free.
Out just like straight face, being like, "Yeah, these are the rules we wrote."
Yeah, and you were like, how do you balance the game? It's like, that's up to you. Like, you know how to
whatever.
balance a game, right?
Just
Just
throw some models on the table. Like,
Right.
when do I stop throwing models on the table?
when it looks fair. When it looks
When
fair.
it looks fair.
Yeah. It's like, oh, how do I know what's fair? And they're like, you'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just play the game.
Right. And they're like, well, what about the one guy who just keeps putting models on the table? And it's like, well, you don't have to stop either.
Right. You
Right.
just keep putting models.
Just
Put
keep
all your
putting
models
models.
on the table.
Yeah.
Listen, you can end the game easily.
It's like, you chose to play this person. This is on you.
just kneel.
Just deal.
You could end the game. Play picture.
Oh my god. This was yeah.
Ridiculous.
AOS 1.0. It was a gem. It was a gem.
It was a gem.
If anybody out there is listening to this podcast, if you have AOS 1.0, please send us the rules. I would absolutely play a game
Oh my
on
God.
stream or on YouTube with AOS 1.0. Oh, that would just be, I don't know. I feel like it would be a thing of its time, a throwback. And all the rules were free. It was 100% free game to play.
100%, yeah, free rules.
Yeah.
Didn't matter.
Yeah, I don't even know if GW released army books for that
Nope.
first edition, did they?
I don't think first edition ever had army books.
Yeah, I know at some point they sold a core book.
Yeah.
But like
They sold a core rule book.
right.
I don't think they ever did army books, and they just went straight to second edition.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's
for
what I
like
think
a
also.
year or something.
Yeah, it wasn't very long. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just kind of a little like weird transition period. And then then it went straight to second edition, and then we got what started to become known as the game that we know today. But
Right.
yeah, that first
They
edition was
introduced points.
wild.
I think they introduced points at the end of first edition.
Maybe at the very end.
Yeah, I want to say like at the very end they did points.
Right. But
The first edition of Age of Sigmar was 2015.
2015 was that the year of
Yeah.
it? What was second edition? 2016. Take a look at this.
2018.
Whoa, that's
Wow.
3 years.
So interestingly, the first edition of Age of Sigmar released Spire of Dawn, which was a reused half-elf Skaven models from IO Blood.
I remember that. Yeah.
That was the starter
Yeah,
for
okay.
first edition.
Okay.
Yeah, no point values. They were
Oh.
added later.
That's right. Stormcast weren't even the launch of first edition. That's right.
Oh, that's great. You had the
Stormcast
sudden
weren't a
death
thing.
condition. You had the sudden death condition where it's like if you have a
Oh my
if I have
God.
1/3 of your models
That's
and I
right.
get this, I win immediately. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right. That's right.
Yeah.
And because that's why one Scarab, Fate Weaver, and the Skaven Bell
The bell
was the most meta army.
Except they eventually errated that you couldn't do that.
That's because right.
We cannot choose 13 on
Right,
a roll.
yeah,
That
because
doesn't
Fate Weaver
exist.
could choose what the result of a
Right.
dice was.
Because it was written that when you make a roll, Fate Weaver gets to choose the result.
Yes, and the bell was if you rolled 13,
Roll
you
the
auto win the
13,
game.
You auto win, yeah.
Yeah, and And then you needed the one scarab though, because that way you could bury it under the ground and not
Yeah,
lose
and not lose.
a third of your models.
Yeah.
Right. That was the most. That's the kind of shit that you tournament players did, by the way. That's what it was. And yes, if you're wondering how there was a Scarab, a Skaven, and a Zinch model, that's how list building worked in the first edition. You put shit
And-
on the table. It didn't matter what faction they were from. That there were no factions
Oh,
in
yes.
first edition.
The initial release is noted for having included many absurd rules, such as Pride of Rakelin. Hellborg's skill is as legendary as his mustache is magnificent. You can reroll any failed hit rolls when attacking with a rune fang, so long as you have a bigger and more impressive mustache than your opponent.
That's magical. That's magical. Somebody needs to repost all the rules of this.
That rule, though, could be more effective than 40k rules right now, though.
I mean, it probably is.
You could get that. You could get that before a Space Wolf player gets his rules. You could get that every game.
I mean, a Space Wolf player probably does have a magnificent mustache. So I will say that if Space Wolves have this, that would probably be a significant bump to their power.
That's fair, yeah. Escapist magazine noted as such ridiculous rules could easily be exploited since nothing in the rule said the mustache had to be real.
That's correct. That's correct. You
And
could have a fake
suggested that
mustache.
players buy novelty mustaches to satisfy this condition.
That's correct. That's
Fucking
fair. That's rules is
GW
written right
players.
there, and that's
They wrote
rules is
these
intended
you're
too.
like,
By
you
the
could
way,
you could fake these rules.
that's right. That's right. And the best part is that's rules is intended. That's not even rules. That is both written and intended. GW 100% intended it this way.
Oh yeah, such rules include rerolls for players pretending to ride and talk to an imaginary
That's
horse.
right. Who had that one? Somebody had the yes.
Yeah, that was one of the Empire guys. I
Was that
think.
Carl Franz had that one?
No,
No.
it was somebody else.
Oh my god, that one's good.
These are great.
That one's good. That one's good.
Such contemporary reviews were highly critical of such rules, saying that while they may have been intended as jokes to encourage role playing, they opened up players to ridicule.
Okay, first of all, if you're playing little plastic soldiers, you probably deserve a little ridicule. Like, don't take your shit so seriously, people. That's valid. That's valid. Oh, what's interesting is the second line reminded me of something too, where second edition had overhaul to the summoning system because
Right.
you could just summon whatever you
I don't
owned.
want to go on. Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever you own.
Run what you brung
Like,
was
You
literally.
gotta pay
the
for
term.
those? Nope.
The demon summoning was so out of control because you could just keep summoning the same models that died.
Yeah. Yeah, you just can summon back again. I mean, now that I think about it, the core gameplay of that game is just kind of like fine because things die so quickly. Like,
I mean, the core gameplay is actually still the same as third edition,
Right.
and as far as
Yeah.
I can tell, it's still the same as fourth edition. Like, the
now
core
that I
gameplay,
think about it, man, that gameplay
yeah,
I think was funner.
they were onto something.
Like you were just throwing models on the table and
right.
yeah,
No,
things
that's what
were
I'm
dying.
saying, like, I
things were
feel
not
like-
dying. Like
We were so wrapped up in like how unfair the game was at the time
Yeah.
that like we just didn't appreciate it for what it was, which is just like throw dice with your friends, put models on the table,
right.
just have fun. Like, so what if your shit died? Just put it back on the table as a reserve. Like, who cares? Like,
right.
yeah. Like,
But that's not what people want. They want rules and points and structure.
they want to be sweaty. That's
They
what
want
they
GW to tell them how they build their armies.
They do. That is a weird thing. That back to cultivating your audience. That's 100% a thing that GW has cultivated. Like,
Yeah, and again, and I think it is the competitive scene because that's everyone on the same like picture. Everyone, this is how you build your armies. This is everyone's building it this way.
right. Like, remember
get
when
enough
Force Org for
regulations.
40k first went away?
Yeah.
The whole like 1 HQ 2 troops,
Right.
and people lost their mind. They're just like, how will an army look like a real army if you don't have any troops? Blah, blah, blah.
Like, how are you gonna balance this? What if everyone just takes all characters?
It's like, yeah, just take all characters. So what?
Space Wolves.
Space Wolf, right? And then people did take all characters, Space Wolf
Yeah.
players.
Space Wolves. Yeah.
But and then it sucked because they're still Space Wolves and they still suck. Like, there's nothing about it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's
whatever.
That yeah, that's just GW. It is your fault that you cultivated this army. This is the community that you have made.
Oh, yeah. Speaking, okay. It's kind of side subject on this, kind of similar, kind of not similar.
All right.
Uh, PlayOn did a reenactment of Helm's Deep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have
Nice.
500 orc models and
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
Like it's a full-on reenactment of the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Hell
And they're
yeah.
like, you guys get bonus points if you can hit the key like things that happened in the
Oh,
the
like if
movie.
you do the proper narrative
If you
moments.
do the proper narrative. And I was like, dang, like
That's kind of awesome, actually.
Lord of the Rings players are another beast entirely. Like,
Okay, Lord of the Rings players don't give two shits about things like balance or anything.
I mean, they care about lore, but
What
it's cool.
play on.
Yeah, play on.
All right, I'm gonna just flip over to play on real quick here. Holy smokes, this is ridiculous. Oh, I got a commercial.
Yeah, they played for 12 hours or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was 4 players. They played for 12 hours
Okay, well, I got way too many commercials because I don't pay for YouTube, but
with like a ridiculously cool like terrain setup. Like this is also Lord of the Rings players.
this
You're
is this is
basically-
this is Lord of the Rings player stuff right here.
You basically got dudes working for Weta Workshop making terrain.
Dude, why do they have so many orc models? Where did they get this many orc models?
Well,
from?
they don't have that many in the thumbnail, but they do have like 400.
No, I'm watching the video right now, and they're
Oh, yeah,
panning
yeah,
across the the
Yeah.
board. Yeah, they've got all the characters. They've got all
Yeah.
the defending units and stuff on the wall.
It's ridiculous. Like
Dude, this is pretty out of control.
yeah,
This board is very cool. Also, I'll give them that.
like Lord of the Rings players aren't complaining that their stuff got nerfed.
No, I don't think there is such a thing as nerfing
I
Lord
don't
of the
think
Rings
there is.
players. Like,
Oh, is this just like Gimli holding the breach? That's pretty cool.
yeah. What?
You should
is-
play this game.
Lord of the Rings? I mean, so
Yeah.
I have heard a lot of really good things about like the Lord of the Rings as a narrative game kind of
As
a
a
thing.
narrative game,
Yeah, people are just like, yeah, like it's actually incredibly fun if you're playing it
Yeah.
from that narrative perspective.
It's very Hero Hammer, but that's like the
I mean,
way
that's
it is. Like,
Tolkien. Yeah, Tolkien is very
Right.
Hero Hammer.
yeah.
I mean, Gimli soloed like a couple hundred
Yeah.
orcs. I'm just saying. Yeah, they're like, yeah. I just fast forwarded to like the 12th
Yeah.
turn. They have like Aragorn leading the riders through the side
Yeah.
gate and stuff like that, and
Oh, that's cool.
I like how they have the orcs climbing the ladder. They just got orcs up this ladder and stuff.
Yeah, they just got orcs just coming up that ladder. It's just permanently part of the terrain. Oh, but did they not look to the east or whatever?
Oh,
They don't have Gandalf in the
oh,
that's Gandalf down there, I think. Oh,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that is Gandalf.
Nice.
Holy crap, that's a lot. Like not only the orcs, they have all the like Rohan riders and
Yeah, they've got all the
Yeah.
named characters. They've got
Jeez.
like, just yeah, dude. This is insane. This is the purest tabletop gaming right here,
Right.
where you're just like, yeah, like there is no stakes. There's
mean-
no one is trying to game the game. You are just rolling dice with your friends and like,
This is basically historic.
I mean, this is pretty historical, honestly. I mean, Lord of the Rings is pretty historical, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
People, this is why this is when you get old, you just start playing historicals because you're tired of the competitive. Just wanna
I
play
don't know,
game.
because I've seen historical players like they get a little too sweaty, but
Well,
about
they
different
get
things.
into like the lore. They get into like
Right,
this is
right.
the maneuver that was done
Right.
by whatever.
This is the color of the dirt that was supposed to be
Napoleon,
there. Your dirt
Right.
is the incorrect
Napoleon on the
shade.
14th hour.
Yeah. You historical players have other problems. We're gonna maybe have a podcast shitting on you
Whoa.
historical players
Whoa.
coming up soon. That might be a topic. I'm
No.
writing this down right now. Salt on neckbeard
Whoa.
and historical players. All right. We are rounding out here to our hour. So once again, we have completed yet another GW Saltcast. We promise that eventually we will salt about non-GW type things, but for now, GW, you deserve it, honestly. And you too,
You
GW
do you.
community.
You do you.
GW, you're baiting your audience into doing this. I know you are. I know you are.
Pretty much.
There was nobody asked for female custodians. You just did it to bait some people. I feel like that's all it is. And you peons took the bait. I'm just gonna throw that out there too.
Fair
You
enough.
took the bait, and GW baited people. You know what you did. All right,
They got
everybody.
their attention and their news.
They did. They did. Well, there we go. That is another successful week of salting on things. We have much more salt to be had in the future. So, if you've got any rules of that AOS 1.0, please comment down below. I am not even joking. Even if we can only get
rules.
2 armies worth of rules, I want to play this 1.0 edition. This would be glorious. All right. Hit that like and subscribe. We appreciate you all hanging out, and we will see you all next week.
Aish.